Con ustedes. Denme un segundo. Bueno, ahorita les voy a lanzar una encuesta. Denme un segundito, por favor. Denme un segundo. Estoy creando una encuesta. No me tardo. Bien. Listo, ¿pueden contestar esa encuesta, por favor? Está muy sencilla. Nada más es para algo que vamos a hacer hoy. Es que quiero que vean un video, vamos a verlo también para comprensión, pero también quiero que hablemos de este tema. Y esto de la edad va a ser interesante. 3 votos. Entonces, la mayoría son millennials. Yo soy millennial, no me gusta, pero lo soy. Ya se empató. Pero es que 35 también son millennials ya. Y también quiero darle un momento a que entren los demás, porque si no voy a tener que repetir el video. 80. I was born in 83, Daniel. So you are, for that year, you are Generation X. Generation X, Millennials, Generation C, and I think that there are no Generation Alpha here. No, unless someone is 12, but I don't think so. 1986. Yes, you are the same age than my brother. This was my youngest brother. And yes, you are a millennial too. Yeah, I don't like the tag, but yeah, it is. 87, yes, millennial too. So we have millennials. Yes, just millennials. Nobody is 60, right? Or close to 60? No? Ok. Bien, entonces los explico en español. Pongan atención a este video. Explica un poco sobre las... Sí, a mí me pasa lo mismo, Jesús. Yo le digo 20 siempre. Saving that tag. 87, 89. Catherine, 89, you're a millennial too. Bien, entonces les voy a poner el video para explicar unas cuantas características acerca de las generaciones. Y después vamos a hacer algo con esto. El inglés que usa este video está muy sencillo y aparte es muy visual. No se preocupen si no entienden todo al 100, pero pongan atención.
Living Generations Explained. Generations explained. Greatest generation refers to the generation of people born between 1901 to 1927. The people of this generation are now 94 to 120 years old. Silent generation refers to the generation of people born between 1928 to 1945. The people of this generation are now 76 to 93 years old. Baby boomers refers to the generation of people born between 1946 to 1964. The people of this generation are now 57 to 75 years old. Generation X refers to the generation of people born between 1965 to 1980. The people of this generation are now 41 to 56 years old. Millennials refers to the generation of people born between 1981 to 1996. The people of this generation are now 25 to 40 years old. Generation Z refers to the generation of people born between 1997 to 2012. The people of this generation are now 9 to 24 years old. Generation Alpha refers to the generation of people born between 2013 to 2024. The people of this generation are now 8 years old and under. These are some of the characteristics of the greatest generation: disciplined, determined, and resilient. These are some of the characteristics of the silent generation: traditional, patient, and responsible. These are some of the characteristics of baby boomers: competitive, confident, and sociable. These are some of the characteristics of Generation X: independent, skeptical, and flexible. These are some of the characteristics of millennials: risk-taker, ambitious, and self-centered. These are some of the characteristics of Generation Z: creative, open-minded, and sensitive. These are some of the characteristics of Generation Alpha: logical, objective, and self-aware. These are some stuffs from the era of the greatest generation: Oldsmobile curved dash, yo-yo, and piano roll. These are some stuffs from the era of the silent generation: Ford Model T, Slinky, and radio. These are some stuffs from the era of baby boomers: Ford Mustang, Frisbee, and record player. These are some stuffs from the era of Generation X: Holden Commodore, Rubik's Cube, and Walkman. These are some stuffs from the era of millennials: Toyota Prius, Beyblade, and iPod. These are some stuffs from the era of Generation Z: Honda S2000, Bakugan, and smart speaker. These are some stuffs from the era of Generation Alpha: Tesla Cybertruck, fidget spinner, and AirPods. These are the iconic hairstyles of the greatest generation. These are the iconic hairstyles of the silent generation. These are the iconic hairstyles of baby boomers. These are the iconic hairstyles of Generation X. These are the iconic hairstyles of millennials. These are the iconic hairstyles of Generation Z. These are the iconic hairstyles of Generation Alpha. These are some of the most popular idols of the greatest generation: Charlie Chaplin, Gloria Swanson, and F. Scott Fitzgerald. These are some of the most popular idols of the silent generation: Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, and James Dean. These are some of the most popular idols of baby boomers: John Lennon, Mick Jagger, and Bob Dylan. These are some of the most popular idols of Generation X. Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Kurt Cobain. These are some of the most popular idols of millennials. Beyoncé, Justin Bieber, and Taylor Swift. These are some of the most popular idols of Generation Z. Jungkook, Lisa, and Billie Eilish. These are some of the most popular idols of Generation Alpha. Ryan Kaji, Anastasia Radzinskaya, and Brooklyn Prince. These are some of the most popular cartoons of the greatest generation. Felix the Cat, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and Mickey Mouse. These are some of the most popular cartoons of the silent generation. Donald Duck, Tom and Jerry, and Bugs Bunny. These are some of the most popular cartoons of baby boomers. The Flintstones, Pink Panther, and Winnie the Pooh. These are some of the most popular cartoons of Generation X. Scooby-Doo, Doraemon, and Garfield. These are some of the most popular cartoons of millennials. The Simpsons, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Sonic the Hedgehog. These are some of the most popular cartoons of Generation Z. Adventure Time, Gumball, and Rick and Morty. These are some of the most popular cartoons of Generation Alpha. We Bare Bears, Close Enough, and Solar Opposites. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of the greatest generation. Zorro, Tarzan, and Flash Gordon. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of the silent generation. Lone Ranger, Batman, and Zorro. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of baby boomers. Superman, Batman, and James Bond. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of Generation X. Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of millennials. Power Rangers, Spider-Man, and Batman. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of Generation Z. Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of Generation Alpha. Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, and Batman. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of the greatest generation. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of the silent generation. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of baby boomers. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of Generation X. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of millennials. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of Generation Z. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of Generation Alpha. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.
Very good. Any new information that you found out? No? Jesus, yes.
Hello, teacher. I just want to say I concord with all the the stuff from the generation. I don't feel like I'm not a millennial. I don't feel like a millennial, but I agree with all the stuff in the millennial generation space, like the Simpsons, like the superheroes, like the video games, the cars, all it's on our generation, but I don't feel like a millennial.
Something that happens to me, and I don't know if you feel the same, is that we are somewhere in between Generation X and millennials in matters of taste, music, um, toys. Because I have never played with a Beyblade, and they say that Beyblade is very popular. Well, not say, of course not. Well, not my case. But the thing is that here in Mexico, the 80s came during the 90s. You have to take that into consideration. This is talking about the United States, but we have these social changes later. Right now, with social media, it's faster, so you can adopt fashions faster. So it's like that. Um, okay, Nicole, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 21 the next week years old.
21 next week. So you are Generation C.
Yes,
Okay, do you agree with the things that the video is proposing?
yes, teacher. I remember when I was a child, I played Bakugan. I see some series
Serious.
like Ricky Morty and and the music I like Jungkook and all their artists.
Yeah, if I remember right, the artists that were shown in the video is Jungkook. Well, I don't know him. Sorry, Lisa and Billie Eilish, right? Those three. The thing here is that, for example, the part. Well, I love Rick and Morty, so it's not, according to the video, it's not part of my generation, but I really like that kind of humor, that dark, sarcastic humor. But in terms of the feelings, do you think that you are most sensitive, more sensible than millennials, for example?
Maybe, maybe.
But why? Why? That's what I want to know.
Mm, teacher, I don't know. I don't know, teacher.
We can answer this question. All of you can answer this question just by watching behaviors in other generations. For example, who wants to answer this? Do you think that you have any particular behavior that is very different from other generations?
Just teacher, the characteristics of my personality, the others generations, maybe the music. I like the music another generations. Big, for example, Elvis, Michael Jackson, and but I don't know who is the alpha generation. I don't know who is the artist in the games. So maybe my sister because it's more uh, my little sister, but I don't know. But the another generation after me, yes, I know some characters in series and music, the cars and
Yeah, that's going to become more and more obvious as you grow old. You'll see those characteristics are more evident as you grow older. Very good, thank you, thank you, Melanie. Yes.
Good evening, always. I consider it, mm, I consider mm, cada tipo es captar o any tape.
Te lo
Each
escribí en each type. Each type.
each type a part of the word and mm, demands abilities and new knowledge. And it's interesting apart and disorienting abilities and some knowledge. mm, bueno, sobre sus preferencias.
Over the preferences.
Bueno, esa es como que una opinión general.
Yeah, yeah, very good. Thank you. Thank you. Who else have an opinion about this? I'm going to give you like this. Well, all of you that have to that coexist with younger people could understand what I'm going to say. Maybe at some point, younger people are harder to deal with because they have new ideas, they don't have the same experiences, so it's complicated sometimes. For example, Nicole, sorry to go back with you, but you mentioned that you have a younger sister. How old is she?
She has
She is.
12, yes, 12, sí, 12
She,
years
okay.
old.
And do you find difficult to talk with her about some things that you could say this is a generational bridge?
Yes, yes, because she has a different formación, bueno, eso, in the in hobbies and in videos she watch. So it's difficult sometimes speak talk to her because she uh, talk with me. So some topics where I don't know. She talks she, and so it's difficult sometimes. Maybe with another my sister because I have two sisters. I'm the relation with she is more is the same.
Sorry, my mic was closed. Yeah, it happens. And I don't know if this happened to you, but sometimes, for example, it's like music. Music is a very good point. You listen to younger people people's music and you say, what the hell is this? This is horrible.
Yes,
And maybe I don't know if you like older music. And it's the same thing. When you have this point to compare, it's interesting because you're listening to old music and music that belongs to your generation. But at the same time, when you listen to newer music, it's like, this is horrible.
yes,
Fashion is another thing that happens. Um, Raidenson, I like Chris Brown and Bobo and Eminem. Okay, how old are you, Raidenson? How old are you? Because Eminem was like a hit a couple of years ago. It doesn't matter if you like him or not, but he break the music industry in terms that he approached rap to white people. That's something that was not very common at the time. I born in a different time, Melanie. I was born in a different time. Why do you say that? Come on, I want to hear you.
Because love music of Anton.
The music, what? Sorry.
What did you say, Antonio?
That's a good question. Um, oh man, you put me in a spot here. Ah, te lo explico en español. Lo que pasa es que antaño, como tal, no tiene una traducción. Se dice yester, year. Sí, ya es una palabra súper vieja, pero quiere decir el año anterior. Pero
Ah,
antaño, como nosotros lo usamos, híjole, ¿podrías decir música vieja que sería old music?
ajá, sí, las oldies podría ser como dicen.
Bueno, y también te lo digo en español, es que luego para tu generación las oldies son canciones del 2010.
Ajá.
Y para mí
O
eso fue hace 2 días.
mucho de todo, o sea, de todo, de todo.
Te aseguro que si escuchas la música que yo oigo, cambiarías esa frase de que escuchas de todo.
Bueno, depende, porque pues me gusta la de los años 60 o 70 o así.
Claro, aunque también es muy probable que te gusten los éxitos de esa época, no toda la música. Eso es bien interesante también. Pero sí, sí, eso pasa. Muy bien, muy bien. Vintage podría ser, Daniel, sí. Adelante, Daniel, adelante.
Okay, hello everybody. In my case, I'm from 1980, all right, and my favorite music indeed was heavy metal for a long time, heavy metal. But if I wouldn't know heavy metal, my favorite music could be pop. For example, I don't know if you know that artist. It's, Hall and Oates is a duet from America. They're very talented. And in these last years, my passion was turned into Japan. I love the idol music, idol pop music, and it's called now CD pop music. Well, let me put you in context. The nowadays music I really don't like because there are many things that I'm opposite of it because there are loss of quality about playing instruments and even singing due to autotune program that lets the people only to make the sound and the machine turns modifies and rearrange the voice once recorded. So we are living now in Mexico a big change about music because we are testifying how is corridos tumbados and the other the bélicos and another kind of music. Well, the thematic and the way of singing is forgettable. Don't try to take it from the music. The music is not so bad because you can notice a little jazzy touch in the guitars and in the bass arranges are a little. I don't say you that it's very fine. It's a little fine. It just gives you a chance to try to hear how they play the music, not the singers because the singers are, as I said you before, forgettable. But the music it's something that it's a little healing, different compared with years ago with only for trapping and that kind of music that was only made for machine and without real planning and quite talent.
Very good. Yes, yes. There's a huge difference. Uh, and yes, today, well, actual music. I'm sorry if I offend someone, but Peso Pluma and all of that, I find it unbearable. I cannot listen to that. I like a lot of styles, but that kind of music, no. I listen to Dying Fetus too. Jesus, definitely. Very good. Who else? Who else? Alexa, you are too quiet.
Sorry, ¿podrías repetirme?
Ajá, estábamos hablando básicamente de la diferencia entre generaciones, particularmente en la música. Si no me equivoco, tú eres generación Z.
Sí.
And what can you tell about the music that you listen, the music that your generation listens, and the music that younger generation listens?
¿Qué significa la palabra ¿qué me dijo Jongo?
Younger, más jóvenes.
O sea, la pregunta es de si escucho la música de más, bueno, si escucho más la música de antes o la de ahora. ¿Sí es lo que
No,
entendí?
¿qué opinas de la música que escuchan las generaciones más jóvenes?
Pues, ay, pero tiene que ser en inglés, ¿verdad? ¿Qué opino? Ay, pues me pone en un dilema. Es que no sé qué opino. I like, pues sí, es que I am alike. I think they are good. The ones, no sé si esto se diga así, pero creo que sí. The ones I don't like new. O sea, las de ahora a mí casi no me gustan. No sé si se diga así o se diga diferente.
I don't like actual music or modern music. Modern is very big to define. Today's music, podría ser. I don't like today's music. That's how you could say that.
Okay. It is that the new, creo que es no, as I do not find much rhythm or sense to the, se me fue, ¿cómo se dice? Letra, letter, o sea, es que no
Lyrics.
sé ¿cómo?
Lyrics.
Lyrics, gracias.
Letter
Bueno,
es carta.
letter es carta, o sea que siempre he vivido engañada. Ay, qué triste. Bueno, pues prácticamente es eso. Es que la letra de ahora, bueno, las letras de ahora de las canciones como que no me atrapan, no me hacen sentir como que gran cosa a veces. A cambio como que la música de antes, pues no sé, como que le siento más emoción, más acá. No sé si me doy a entender.
Now you have to say that in English. You have
Ay,
to,
pero
yes, you have to say that in English. Just think about it. Diana, yes.
Okay, in my opinion, teacher, the actual music I don't like because I don't agree with the lyrics. But I have a daughter, and she is 10 years old, and I look that she dance, she sing with more emoción, se dice con mucha emoción.
A lot of emotion.
With a lot of emotion, And I respect the her generation because when I was young, I think that my mother thought that I think now, but in some case, I don't agree with the videos of the lyrics that the actually music. But I respect. How do you say me es indiferente?
Perdón, ¿diferente qué?
O sea, me es indiferente. O sea, no,
I don't care. I don't care.
no, I don't care. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, teacher. If we talk about the music, I think our generation have their greatest hits, and we have a song in our generation we listen in one time of the day. For example, if we talk about the greatest generation, they have music like Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett. It's a bandstand music. That are great music. If you talk about the music of the 60s and 70s, like Elvis Presley, the Beatles, Rolling Stones, they have a lot of good music. That's the roots of the actual music. But for example, in my generation, I born in 1986. I prefer to hear more heavy metal and rock. But for example, if you listen Kiss, normal normally the people think the Kiss lyrics have a satanic lyrics. And if you listen the song "I Was Meant for Loving You, Baby," it's not satanic. It's a love song. And if you don't understand the English, the people satanic the song, but the song is a love song. The lyrics have a lot of greatest compositions too with the music, and the lyrics are the perfect. ¿Cómo se dice? Como el perfecto complemento entre música y letra.
The perfect complement between music and lyrics. But
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a big word here. Synergy between. This is better.
Synergy between. So, the actual music, the modern music, is not a bad music. But for example, I hear music from the trap music, and I hear this guy from Baja California Sur. It's Alemán, and I like two or three lyrics of their song, and I hear another compositors of the new generation, and I like it. I can say I like, for example, I don't remember the name. It's Ed Sheridan. Have a great song. The lyrics are so cool. So I think the music. It's I ever say the music is the real world language because you can understand the music. Normally you don't understand the language, but you can understand the music.
Yeah, and music is timeless. I can enjoy Bach or Vivaldi just the same way I can enjoy some Michael Jackson, for example. But it depends. Some people are too clingy to they grasp music of the time like if there's nothing else, and that's something that I don't like. But at the same time, I don't like modern music, so it's difficult to put a line to draw a line there. Who else? ¿Quién más? ¿Quién más? Están muy callados. ¿Ya lo tienes, Alexa?
No.
¿Cómo que no? Métele velocidad. A ver. Nicole, yes.
Teacher, and there is some good music that is becoming hits because of the rhythm, the lyrics, or for the artist who is becoming famous, but in actually music. But There are other things are really tiring to be playing on the radio is seguido, como la ponen seguido,
Constantly.
constantly, or is trying to be listening on the street in my neighbor.
Yeah, sometimes your neighbors are like the way you find out about new music. But, well, Jesus, did you raise your hand again?
No, se quedó levantado ese rato, sorry.
Okay, okay, okay. Singing from music for the people and represent to the music suggesting metal for those. Yeah, but those combinations are yeah, those combinations are quite interesting, but they are not new, so it's interesting how they work. Yes, Melanie.
I believe, I think the generation depending of the place of the life and the emotions. Because, ¿cómo podría decirse nosotros como sociedad?
We as society.
We and society, emotional and consented of enviar, send, ¿cómo se diría un mensaje?
A message.
Send messages of the same society and consented of the problems and the vivencias, ¿sí es vivens?
Experiences.
Entonces, pues eso es como que una conexión, ¿no?
Let me ask you this, Melanie. Who is your favorite artist?
No, pues ahorita hay muchos, pero por ejemplo el que más ahorita es Ruggero Pascuarelli. Y sí, también.
Sorry?
Ruggero Pascuarelli.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay. The thing here is that sometimes popular music becomes a social hit, a cultural hit. But there is one song that I just listened today. I don't want to share the lyrics because they are so offensive. The song is sorry.
The letters, really?
Lyrics.
Lyrics.
Lyrics. Yes.
Bueno, de las letras.
No, pero no estaba hablando del que tú dijiste. Lo que estaba diciendo es que hay canciones que se vuelven un éxito sociocultural.
Ajá.
Y hoy, por ejemplo, escuché una canción que se llama Las que no tienen papá, de alguien o algo que se llama Danny Flow. Escuché esa letra y dije, y hay niños que están cantando y bailando eso. Si conocen la canción, está bien, si les gusta, pues no comparto el gusto, pero pues no sé.
Sí, de hecho también, por ejemplo, eso iba, por ejemplo, bueno, yo como mi generación, como generación Z, sí reconozco que las letras están pasadas, pero es lo que está pegando y vendiendo. Porque si no hacen pues esa mercadotecnia, no lo hacen como artista.
I can understand that although people is listening to that music because they are so sexual, but why are kids singing and listening to this piece of crap?
Ok,
Why?
todo eso.
¿Perdón?
Todo eso, lo que digo.
No, es que lo que digo es que entiendo que esas canciones las escuche gente más grande, porque son sumamente sexuales. Pero ¿por qué hay niños cantándolas y bailándolas? ¿Por qué hay un niño de 10 años diciéndole a otra niña, eres una perra? ¿Qué es lo que oyó en la canción?
Todo está bien en casita.
No, creo que todo está muy mal en casita, pero bueno.
No de expresar de qué. Está hecho.
No, sí, sí está cañones. Jesús,
I think that that is a problem from the parents because they don't have parental control of on the child. I think you can. We need to take a little bit more culture with the dads, with the parents, because we don't have the control of the child right now. So it's a little bit hard to do it, but we need to work together, not just the parents, the society, and the school at the same time. We need to have a co-work for doing a better things for the child and the future, because this child's singing that kind of song, it's our future. That child is gonna be our doctor maybe in 20 years. So we need to start to take that kind of problems in our hands too. It's not just a problem of the parents. It's a problem of the society too.
yeah, I agree with you, but at the same time, I'm going to say something that it's not a popular opinion. I think that the music and the cultural influences that you have are going to affect you directly in your future. Meaning that if you are listening to this kind of music, the chances are that you are not going to become a successful doctor in the future. Because I'm not saying that this music is something that is going to make you idiot. But the thing is that culturally, there are some other things around. Like you said, lack of parental control, lack of parental attention, probably not very good performance in school, because you can see a number of school festivals that are using reggaeton for the kids to dance in these festivals, and it's not logical. Yes, Alexa.
Ya, creo que ya organicé mi mente. Am, bueno, mm, ay, a ver. am, Primero, no sé si se diga así, Besides, se escribe Besides, sí, Besides, pero no sé si se diga Besides o Besides,
Besides,
sí, Besides.
besides.
Ah, gracias. Besides that, my grandparents insisted in me a lot, like the music of before, like my parents. There are some songs from a band that I listen to a lot, which are um, Black Vibrates, and it is has also, ¿se dice also? ¿Cómo se dice?
Also,
Sí, sí,
also.
also, gracias. Also that I feel that the lyrics of New is a lot of offense. I do not find it's a rhyming or even refer only to sex. That's why the children are as they are. Led Zeppelin, for example, it was a great band. It's a song that both and it's um I am not saying that before there weren't maybe sexy songs, but now we listen to the songs and with always in their lyrics there is something about sex that affects children. Then we even see the children or hear them talking with a good swear word. Y no sé, en mi caso, la verdad es que ahí ya no supe, no sé cómo decir esto, pero en mi caso, de verdad, a veces cuando yo veo a los niños, pues como que haciendo los berrinches o algo, o hablando así muy groseramente a sus padres. De verdad, no sé si soy la única. No quiero ser como grosera, pero no sé si soy la única que de verdad a veces les dan ganas o pues sí dan ganas de casi agarrarlos y darles un cocazo ahí para que reaccionen, porque pues yo sí hablaba así, ya, no, pues a mí sí me colgaban los tenis, yo creo que mis padres a mis abuelitos, y pues ya. Eso no supe sinceramente cómo decirlo, profe, así que por eso lo dije pues en español.
Ok, ok. Estuvo bien la primera parte. Bien, bien. Nicole, yes.
Yes, teacher, about the music in the child is another day. I listen the radio and I call a child has cat has cat for a Coco Chanel by Bonnie and another singer. So the child must be not be more than 8 years old, maybe, because of the voice in asking for that kind of songs. And I heard that and I was surprised because it's a child and the song is so sexually is not. I understand why the child listen this kind of music.
Yeah, sometimes because of the parents, sometimes because of the friends or some older brothers, sisters. I particularly don't find funny when I see a young kid perreando. I find it particularly disgusting, but that's just me. And probably that's why I don't have kids. Because I'm not going to tell anyone how to raise their kids. But I don't like it. Melanie, yes.
I am depending for the education for receive, and I believe, ¿cómo se dice? Que estamos muy controlados o manipulados, o manipulate. Manipulate for the same marketing is the manipulate the information and neurons.
Brain cells. Te lo escribo en el chat para no interrumpirte.
Okay, no, pues es my opinion.
I think that we overestimate the power of um, subliminal manipulation. And going back to something that you mentioned, sexual music has existed for a long, long time. If you don't believe me, you have to look up for the origin of the term jazz. Do you know this word, right? Jazz, like music. Sorry because of my English right now, but jazz is a synonym of fuck. It's the same thing. Probably you didn't know this, but that's the same thing. It's a word for that because it was a sensual music. Obviously, today jazz is considered like elevated music, music for educated people in most cases. But it started like that. It was sexual, not as specific, not as evident as today's music, but it was. Daniel, yes.
Yes, well, yes, that's right. Because, for example, most of the greatest figures past century about justice, most of them died or result in an illness of ETS. Most of them from syphilis. All right. Well, about to change the generation or the generation change. Let me say, you know, few years before, for example, I'm teaching music and how to play guitar, electric guitar indeed. my new students, younger students, were not interested in learning to play guitar because they said, this is what my parents asked me for to do something or to get a PC1 or I don't know the PlayStation indeed. So nowadays I was surprised because some of my other students said me, "Hey teacher, can you please just teach me how to play guitar because I wish to play that corrido." Well, it's not the best scenario because I would like to teach them progressive and flamenco or some musical side that will be more virtual. But well, to teach them at last corridors is a good start. That's something that's evident.
Yeah, I agree with that. Very good. Alma, just to finish.
Yes, I agree with you, Professor, because the parents is applauded inappropriate behavior because they find it funny and to the children say bad words or profanity. I think that is the reason because the children make it uh, about this music, but I think that the music is very um, um, how do you say um, con, con muchas pues hay muchas how do you say I don't know eh, se puede utilizar de muchas formas. It's different forms because the music is for the people sad, happy, and um, many events.
With a lot of emotions. Con muchas emociones es lo que querías decir.
Yes,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, and music has always have a lot of emotions. I think that music is one of the arts that is easier to show emotions, but no, those emotions are not positive in a number of cases. I'm not saying that all music has to be positive because I listen to very negative music, protest music, aggressive music, and I like it. But I think that now in my life I have the mental state, the ability to make a distinction between fiction and reality. Jesus mentioned that he listens to Dying Fetus. Dying Fetus is a very aggressive death metal band with a gore, grind topics in their lyrics. But this is fantasy. I'm not going to listen to Dying Fetus and go out and kill someone because I now have the ability to discern between fiction and reality. But that's something that kids don't have. And that's why I think that parenting control should be more strict. But it's easier to watch pornography these days and buy something with sugar in the store. Well, muy bien, vamos a dejarla hasta acá. Si no hay ninguna duda, nos vemos el martes, ¿va? Cambió un poco la dinámica de hoy. El martes coméntenme si quieren que sigamos con algo así, que les ponga un video y comentemos al respecto, o si quieren regresar a la dinámica anterior. Esa canción es muy buena. One Shot, One Kill es mi favorito. Bien, entonces los dejo, que tengan excelente noche, excelente fin de semana, cuídense mucho, estén muy bien. Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Teacher.